Conference USA kickoff continues here, and it's UTEP now. Let's talk to the Miners. Their second year in the league, and we're going to welcome second-year head coach Scotty Walden, along with wide receiver Cam Thomas, defensive lineman Katie Johnson. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Thank you for having us. We're excited.
Yeah, we know that. You are always excited, so that's why we're fired up here. The people that don't know Scotty Walden, you bring that every day, day to day. That's you.
I get to be around these guys. They inspire me to do that. That's what it is.
Man, I'm telling you, we had so much fun. I did one of your games last year. I think I might have been on the. No, I was at your place.
In Sun Bowl,
yeah. It was great. It was excellent. And that's the excitement. That's the fun. That's what you're trying to bring back. And you're doing. How was it for you last year?
Well, obviously you can look at the record and you can say, man, tough season. And of course, it's probably it's my first losing season as a head coach and probably the hardest season I've ever been through for sure. But there's things that I think occurred last season that you can't measure in a stat column. And a large part of it is attributed to these two young men, Cam and KD's leadership and just their vigor and their fight. We won 2 out of our last 3 games, including the Battle of I-10, and we beat Kennesaw in double overtime, where we lost a double overtime game early in the season. And I love the way that we finished and propelled the momentum going into the offseason. But this team and this program never lost their heart, never lost their fight. Even practice when there's no cameras, there's nothing going on. And to me, those are the things that we could not compromise on in year one, is compromising the standard of the culture. And that's why I think it led us to have a great offseason.
That's you, that's your personality, that's who you are, but I want to know who kind of helps you and who some of your mentors and people that you talk to, whether that's helping you in life and things that you can pass on to these guys in addition to football. Yeah. Who are some of the guys that you look up to or talk to? Yeah,
over the years, that's kind of grown. The main one for me, though, is my high school head coach, Phil Young. I was blessed to play, here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, played here in Fort Worth, and played quarterback at Cleburne High School with the Yellow Jackets for Phil Young. And I grew up in a single-parent home, and I was craving that father figure, and that's why I think I clung to sports so much, and Phil instilled those values. He was hard on me as a quarterback, but off the field invested in me into a person. And still to this day, he's a guy that I text, I call and ask for advice, and hey, guard my blind spots here, things like that. Because contrary to popular belief, just because I have the head coach title, that doesn't mean I know it all. And I'm still learning every day, and I'm a hungry learner, and he's been a phenomenal mentor for me in that regard.
That's great. Now let me ask you how do you deal with things that aren't going so well, right? Whether it's maybe if guys don't make the right play or things aren't going well, or you face some adversity in your life, because it seems like you approach life the right way, where you're trying to be positive that 90-95% of the time, and the other 5%, But what do you do when that comes about?
Well, I think that's why you have to live by your standards. And one big standard I have for my life and for our football team that we had to cling to last year close was process over results. Okay. And at the end of the day, if all we're thinking about is that end result, and then you're gonna waver and ride that roller coaster. But for us and for me, if that foundation and that why isn't there, then you're going to waver like the wind when those adversities come. And we have a why. The reason why I coach is to invest in young men like these two guys right here and our football team to create a positive impact, for the kingdom of God through the game of football. And that's my why. That's what was invested in me. That's why I do this, and that's why my coaching staff does this. And if you have that purpose and those standards and you stick to them, it's hard. The caveat to that, it's hard. I mean, last year was the most challenging year, as I alluded to earlier. When we went through those adversities, it's easy to get negative. It's easy to say, to heck with this, let's scrap this, let's go. We never compromised who we were last year, even when the results weren't there. And every time, a coach came across that opposing sideline and was like, Coach, your team plays extremely hard. They fight. That to me is a sign we're on the right track, even though the results weren't there yet. We got to trust the process and fight every day to be better than we were yesterday.
Yep. Cam and then KD, how does that resonate with you guys?
Coach couldn't say the best. From a player's point of view and a leadership role, we preach this is not over with. The season's still here. We come in every day and work our tails off every day, and it translates to the game. And like Coach said, we play hard. That's one of our mottos. We play hard. We're not gonna fight. Not going to give up in the fight. So as a player, we want to win. We want to be great. So
I'll resonate with that as well. Throughout the season, we never really gave up, and really goes back to Coach Walden for giving us the culture. Like every it's Blue Collar Tuesday. That's that's our slogan that we go to every Tuesday practice, because like we resonate to the West Texas, the tough culture, going back of going to work every day. That's how we the last 2 of our 3 games that we finished strong. Like even though we didn't have the best start, but we kept going every game. We never gave up. We always wanted to keep on pushing and keep on going at it every single day.
It's almost like the great mentality to have, and that's why football teaches us so many great lessons, right, 100%. Coach? Just because it's the next week, it's the next opportunity, and it's like as much as you can learn to flush that other situation if it wasn't a good one.
That's right.
Hey, new opportunity here, and you can't, because if you are having a little bit of a tough season, so you can't be like, oh, we've only won 1 game, we've lost 5. No, this is the week that we get to do it right. And let's have fun and let's enjoy our journey with our friends and our colleagues, and
Yeah, that's right. And nowadays more than ever, that's harder than ever, because these guys and coaches, we're not blinded from it as well. Like there's social media.
Oh, yeah.
Times you pick your phone up and it's like, what are we doing? So you have to be grounded in your foundation and truly believe in what you're doing and who you are and things like that. And I think, my wife reminds me all the time, she's like, hey, just remember, like, when you meet new people, you go to a new environment, a lot of people, like, when they initially meet you, like, they're going to think that this is a facade. This is fake. And I'm like, and she reminds me of that, and it's because it's just so abnormal. But this is who we are.
Right.
We're up 68-0. We're down 68-0. We're gonna play hard, or we're gonna fight, because the game. That's why the game of football is so beautiful. It teaches life lessons. You're gonna experience through the game of football, a season or just a game, heck, a practice, all the emotions you're gonna feel in life.
Right.
That's the reality. That's the truth. And so if we don't teach these young men how to handle that, and I can't tell you that I'm perfect all the time, but I correct myself when I'm wrong, and we try to preach the right things all the time. But if we don't teach these young men that, then what are we teaching them for life when they leave us? Because football is, these 2 guys, I think are going to have a chance to play in the NFL and play the next level. But you know what? What if that doesn't happen? Or what if after 2 years, hey, the NFL career ends? What values have we taught them in our shop that are going to carry them for the rest of their life?
No, 100%. Listen, we've done a nice job here today, I think, because I know a lot of people can't stand it, and myself included, talking about money and NIL. No. It's not about that. It's like that's nothing. You know what I mean? It's like the relationships. It's this kind of stuff. It's like a foundation. If that's all you're concerned about, it's like that's going to go away, and then you're not going to learn the lessons, especially. And I know sometimes it's a better situation when you do transfer, but that's not the lessons in life. That if something's hard and not working out, I'm out of here. Yeah. You don't get to do that in life. I think, to your point, right?
No, and contrary to popular belief, like we talk about NIL and the portal and all these things that are hot topics and all these things. But at the end of the day, we are still in the people business.
Right.
This has become college football has become such a transactional deal, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a transformational culture, and that's up to us as leaders to have that environment. And is there pressure to win? And am I going to be judged on my wins and losses? Like, yeah, 100%. But I'm going to stand judgment one day of something way bigger than that. And that's my Lord and Savior saying, hey, what did you do with the people that I entrusted to you? Right? Like, what did you do with Cam Thomas, Katie Johnson? How did you inspire their lives for my kingdom to make them better men? And that's my why. That's my calling. And that's us as coaches. And I think that, and I'm guilty of it too, we get lost in those things sometimes. We have to remember that, man, this game is still about developing young people, and we're in the people business.
Yeah, very well said, Coach. Let's go on to the field in terms of key returners now for you guys here in year 2, right? A couple sitting right here, of course, but who else from your perspective, offense, defense, special teams?
Yeah, so obviously, Cam Thomas, Katie Johnson, starting with them. Cam, playing minor back, being a slot receiver, and all the dynamics that he, brings to the table, being able to play running back for some snaps. That's what the minor back is, kind of a scat guy, and then being able to be an elite punt and kick returner, and then KD, who is just elite rushing the passer, stopping the run. So I was telling him last night, what separates KD, like, he's just so technically sound and so disciplined in what he does. And then obviously, Kenny, who I think has got a chance to be one of the best receivers in CUSA. And in G5, explosive playmaker, a young man recruited out of Savannah, Georgia. His first 2 years at Austin Peay with us, you could see glimpses, and then last year put it all together. And Kenny's a dog. He works his tail off, man, and I love seeing that. And then you go to the defensive side. You got guys like Stratton Shufield, who played significant snaps for us last year, as a true freshman. Yep. Xavier Smith on the back end, who Zay is just taking a next step as a leader, and he's just a heck of a safety back there. Roaming the middle of the field.
Cool. Cam, family background, your brother, right? Starling at the Arizona Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, he's a big part of my why. Like, my brother, like, I talk to him every day. Like, it's so funny. Like, I call my brother, hey, bro, what are you eating today? He'd be like, oh, I'm getting a Chick-fil-A salad. Okay, bet, I'm gonna get me a Chick-fil-A salad. So, like, I call my brother about everything. Like I be around him, so I've been around, like, a couple of NFL players. So, like seeing that with my own two eyes and how close it is, that motivates me every day to, like, keep going. It's like right there in my hands just for me to grab it. So
yeah, like, how cool is that to have someone to relate and talk to like that?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure.
Yeah, that's good. And what about for you, Katie?
My biggest motivation, really my brother as well. My brother played football at Baylor a couple of years back, and he's really the one that guides me through football. He taught me how to play defensive line. He the one that showed me the ropes. I credit all of this to my brother. He the one that got me here.
That's cool. And then classes-wise, you're taking nursing classes.
Yes,
is that
sir.
right?
I'm in nursing school.
That's great.
Yes, sir. I finished in a month actually. I have my BSN, and then whenever I'm ready, I'll take my NCLEX, and hopefully I'll be a registered nurse by New Year's.
Excellent. And there's a lot that goes into that. I mean, people don't have any idea, right? I mean, what kind of stuff did you have to go through?
It takes a village. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this on my own at all. Going from Coach Walden, either my instructors or even my classmates. Like, I have a great group of friends that I started this nursing school with, and we still together to this day. It's a group of 5, 6 of us, and we do everything together. But between Coach Walden, like, some days I may have to miss practice because I got to go to the hospital and work my clinicals. But he let me, like, he knows that I'm going to make up my workouts. I'm going to do whatever I need to do, whatever I miss, and he lets me make it up. And then working with UTEP, the instructors, they know that some games I have to travel. Like, we had to go to Liberty, you had to go all the way to Virginia. It's like they know that I have to miss days, so they figure out ways for me to come on my own so I can go make up my clinical hours or take a test in their office hours or however I need to do. It all takes a village. It's not just me at all.
Yeah, it's what you're talking about, Coach, right? Talk about making a difference and helping people in their lives moving forward. He's going into that field.
These guys, and I give, to piggyback Katie, I give him so much credit because, he does have to miss so much. But, like, the other day, like, it was June, and we had this, one of our hardest conditioning sessions we call metabolic plays.
Okay.
It's simulate. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kat, I didn't bring that up. You can tell these guys have a little PTSD over metabolic plays. But metabolic plays is Chris Campbell, we got the best strength and conditioning coach in the country, and we've been doing this for years. And it's conducive to the game of football. And I go out there and I'm getting ready with the guys, just about to see those guys run. And I look down the far end of the Sun Bowl, and there's KD with a couple of our strength coaches already finishing. This is like at 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
In the summer. So the first pillar of our core values is commitment. And hey, if you're going to take on a major as challenging as nursing, right, or engineering, architecture, you name it, right, you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be committed, right? And so he doesn't use it as the example I use with our young players, like KD never uses, I'm doing nursing, so I'm not going to do this work. He never uses it as an excuse. He finds a way to get it done, and that's one of our core philosophies. You find a way, or you find excuses.
Yeah, well, and especially that because it's people's lives. It's like it's an actual medical. Like, we can't just like, I don't care about the test here. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of important to know this information. Like, I can't just breeze through this stuff. Like, and it's important in a lot of things. So you're right. If you're going to be involved in something, it's like you better put your full effort into it, or don't even do it.
That's right, 100%.
Then you're affecting everybody else. So, are you having fun with these guys right now and this staff? I mean, what's this like as you get ready for this?
Been with this staff. Austin P. So
you're
not gonna find a young coaching staff with so much energy. Like, you're not gonna find that everywhere. And it's like their energy is contagious, and it's more of you see them you come into the facility the one day not feeling it, but you got your coaches to lean on, and that just makes you want to be great for them. And I tell people all the time, man, I'll run through a brick wall for this man. I love Coach Walden. On game days, his game day speeches, it's one of a kind. You have to be in a locker room to experience that. And I love Coach Walden. I wouldn't want to play for no other school, no other coach, but he made a big impact in my life, and he just don't even know it yet. I love Coach.
See, that's great. And we'll have to get one of those one day, because you know how you'll watch games. I remember it's usually the NBA, because you have to go through this whole process where it's the mic'd up, and then when you see it on TV, it's keep working hard, guys. We're playing strong. And then it's like, our camera's off. It's like, what the hell? You know, it's like, I don't think you would change up what you were doing, though. You would just be like, that's who he is all the time. Like, I don't know if we could air that or whatever, but it's like, that's real life, though.
It depends on kind of where we're at, if we can air it or not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a college try.
I like our effort here. No, please. Hey, let's take a look at the schedule coming up here, 2025 for UTEP. We'll fire that up on the board here and see what you guys got going on since second year. And we got a couple highlighted, but I want you to just kind of look through and tell us, hey, what's standing out to you? Obviously, a bunch of national TV games. Here you go.
Yeah, you know, I'll be transparent with you. You know, you could. You know, something we talk about, you know, you could literally take that schedule right there and replace every single opponent we got on that schedule and put UTEP in it, because that's all that matters. You know? With this day and age of the transfer portal and stuff like that, you know, it's going to come down to us. We don't, you know, we've studied these teams' rosters and looked at it, but we really don't know what everybody has, to be real with you. You know, I'm just excited. Some highlights I'll touch on with the schedule, you know, that I love rather than last year. We have 6 home games this year, and 5 out of those 6 are on Saturdays. You know, and the midweek games are so great for us, TV-wise, to get our brand out there, which is phenomenal by CUSA. For us specifically at UTEP in the Sun Bowl, though, that's why we don't do official visits like a lot of in the summer, because I want official visits on game day. Right. Because playing in the Sun Bowl is unlike playing anywhere else in college football, and it's an iconic place. And so, therefore, we're excited to have 5 Saturday home games this year, and 6 home games total, to where it's evened out this year. So we're really fired up about that. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to UTEP Miners. You know, it's all about us, and it's about you know, our process every single day rather than our opponent.
No doubt, no doubt. We're going to recap here on the back end, but I'll tell you what, if you want to learn more, know more, if you're not familiar with UTEP El Paso, take a look at this. This feature is awesome. University President Heather Wilson voices this and tells you what UTEP is all about.
In El Paso, we've been building something every day. It's constantly moving, but it's always true to its roots.
So what exactly is El Paso's team?
It's not just a team, it's a tradition, a heartbeat. It's Willie and Pat, who've been coming to every UTEP game since '88. It's Shay and Paul, who built a family legacy coming out of the mine shaft in the Sun Bowl. It's Christian, helping his hometown thrive, waving the pickaxe every Saturday like it's sacred. It's lifelong miners that mold this city. It's the rhythm of this city. It's the pulse that echoes through the Franklin woods. The soundtrack of fall nights under West Texas skies. Footsteps pounding the turf. Roars in the dawn. A dream stitched in orange and blue. And generations coming back year after year, because this team has always been ours. This isn't just about the scoreboard. It's a hometown. It's heritage.
It's about the heart and soul and the city that always shows up.
Character, heart, soul, more than just a game. It's El Paso's team.
Whether I get a game out there or not, I'm coming to El Paso. That's what I'm doing, right? I mean,
got you taken
is
care
that
of.
great or what?
100%. I mean, if that don't get you chili hot, I don't know what will. I mean, let's go. I mean, that's, you know, and great job by our marketing team, everything. But that is El Paso. We are El Paso's team, and I'm telling you, you're not going to find a more passionate fan base in the country than you will in El Paso, Texas. And you know, we were at an event, you know, 3 days ago, and I'm thinking, you know, hey, there's going to be 5-6 people there. There's over 100 people. Wow. You know, at this event, this little bar packed in, diehard Miners fans. You know, it's awesome to see. A lot of those people are the fans we see every single Saturday in the stands, bleeding the orange and blue, and so it's just it's a phenomenal city to play in.
That's great. Final thoughts from you guys before I let you go, Kim.
About what?
Just everything in general.
Man, this just been a blessing. Like, just playing for UTEP, playing for like the organization. Like, I thank UTEP and the whole El Paso just for taking me in. Like, coming from Tennessee, like the moment I stepped in El Paso, it was nothing but love. Like, I just want to give a big shout out to the fans of UTEP, and much love.
Awesome, KD.
Same thing. I really thank the city of El Paso for me. I've been here for 3 seasons. I want to be anywhere else in the world. Ever since I came here from Kilgore College, a small little JUCO in East Texas, I came over to West Texas, and it really feels like a second home for me. Either it's for me walking through Walmart, if I got my UTEP shirt on, or even when I go out to Chipotle, go get some something. Anytime I have my uniform on, people always give me so much love, so much energy. It's like I love it so much. I would have traded for anything in the world.
That's what it's all about. It's awesome talking to you guys, Coach. Always great to see you as well.
Yeah.
Wish you the best this upcoming season.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having us. Picks up.
Thank you.
Right.
God bless.